Since it is now 6 p.m., I will now call the Boquet Valley Central School District's March Board of Education meeting to order. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice. The district's vision as a reminder to all of why we are here. The vision of the Boquet Valley Central School District is to become the best rural school in New York State. We will accomplish our vision by providing exceptional opportunities to all learners and preparing them to set and reach their future goals by embedding our core values into their student experience. Roll call. Mrs. Belzile, would you please take the roll call?
Tom Broderick.
Here.
Paige Cotter-Saltema.
Here.
Paul Fenton.
Here.
Darlene Hooper.
Here.
Sarah Coleman.
Here.
Deborah Spalding.
Here.
Jason Welch.
Here.
Sadie Burgess. Here.
Thank you, Mrs. Belzile. Attendees, if you haven't done so already, would you please sign in so we have an accurate attendance record? The sign-in sheet is located on the table by the entrance. Thank you for your cooperation. Model UN presentation. We're very honored to have a group of students who represented our district in this year's Model United Nations and their very dedicated advisor, Mr. Peter Castine, here with us tonight to give a presentation of their recent experience. Welcome to you all.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having us here tonight. I want to thank the Board of Education for this great opportunity, as always. Dr. Meyer, thank you for your continued support. Mrs. Dixon-Cross, obviously not here this evening. Even Mr. Kyler for fostering the growth of such great delegates coming up from the elementary. Bridget, the business office, you guys know how much paperwork is involved in putting all of this together, and I really appreciate all that you do. I look at this group here, and every year I'm always amazed at what these kids do, the skills that Model UN fosters, and as we look at some of the pictures up there, especially that one to the left was really a special moment. So many special moments, but that moment there, we went to Champlain Valley Model United Nations up in Plattsburgh, and the team here took home best delegation out of about 12 regional schools, so I think that deserves a round of applause. I don't want to take up too much of your time. You want to hear these guys talk here, but just a couple of thank yous to the Fiegels. They were a great help to Harvard Model UN this year. Kristen Fiegel chaperoning, Jay Fiegel driving the bus, Kendra Pulsifer over at Mountain View. She made these great baked goods. She sent with us like these chocolate chip cookies. I think I had 15 of them myself. So yeah, just thank you to everybody. Mrs. Erin Hall made these personalized snack bags for us for the trip. So much gratitude from myself and the rest of the team. So with that said, I'd like to call first our head delegate, been with us for many years now. I get emotional just thinking about our seniors. But first, head delegate Grace Coleman.
I've done Model UN for 4 years. I've been to Harvard 4 times. It's an amazing public speaking skill. It's why I can stand in front of you right now and say a speech just right off the top of my head. It's given me so many networking skills, and I know what's really happening in the world, and I think it's such an important skill that future people of BVCS can have and really grow in their environment. It's probably one of the best opportunities we have here at BVCS, and I'm really grateful for all the funding we've had over the years and that I've been able to go every year. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Been doing Model UN for 4 years, Harvard for 3 years. All the years of doing Model UN has also helped me with my public speaking skills. And one accomplishment that I realized was this year while down at Harvard, I was in a room of, I think it was like 130 kids. And at first I was nervous, but once I got there, I wasn't nervous. Like auditors, gone, everything. So I can definitely say like Model UN has helped with that over the years of doing it like repeatedly over and over again. So yeah, thank you.
Call up Trenton, do our seniors first here.
Hello. I'm appreciative for all of you for allowing us to have the budget and the opportunity to go to Model UN. I've been doing Model UN for 5 years, Harvard for 3. All of these conferences that we've been to, North Country, Beekmantown, and now Plattsburgh, as well as Harvard, have given all of us the opportunity to speak in public, network, and build connections with people that we usually wouldn't meet in our day-to-day or in our sports activities that our school allows us to have. And with that, it gives everyone in our community and our school the opportunity to grow into people that could meet and connect with in the future, not just, like I said earlier, in their school district. And it just helps everyone expand and grow academically as well as socially. Thank you.
So thank you for the opportunity, for whether the funding, the appreciation, just everything that has been provided to this program. But I will say personally that it has been one of the best experiences that I've participated in. It really brought me out of my shell when I first started in 8th grade. So I've been doing this for about 5 years, and I went for Harvard for 2. And it is great for developing public speaking and being able to network and just really bringing out social interaction in a lot of kids, even when they haven't had the opportunity to do it amongst their peers. It is an amazing opportunity, and I'm thankful that I was able to participate in it.
Thank you all for this opportunity over the years. This is my 3rd year of Model UN, 1st year at Harvard. And really it's helped me with my public speaking skills and networking. So like, for instance, if you'd asked me to do this 2 years ago when I started, I probably would have declined immediately, because speaking in front of people, no matter how many, speaking to people that I did not know majorly would have terrified me. Now I can, after all this experience, I can come up in front of you guys and talk about how this has really helped me develop both socially, develop my views of the world, how I understand that my own opinions are not immediately factual, that like there are other opinions out there and other truths that I do not immediately see without actually looking into it. So this has really helped me develop skills into that kind of topic.
Hello. I've been doing Model UN for I think 3 years now, and then this is my 1st year at Harvard. And I think especially the Harvard conference was so essential for just meeting all these people from different backgrounds and cultures that I've never experienced. And getting to know like their side of the world, everything right now. We live in sort of a secluded area, but doing Model UN I think really helps you to understand more about what's going on in the world. And I think it's such an essential, it gives you so many essential skills like public speaking, which are really helpful when you go out into the workforce when you're older. It's essential for jobs. I think definitely as valuable as like the sports teams that we have at our school. So yeah, I think it's helped me network, helped me work on my public speaking, and it's just a really essential skill.
Hello. This is my 3rd year of Model UN and my 1st year at Harvard. And it was definitely an experience I'll never forget, and I'm very grateful I got to do. It's expanded my public speaking majorly. Like Kier said, I probably wouldn't have been able to speak in front of any of you, like come 7th grade year. And I think that it allows everybody that does Model UN, no matter if they just do BV-Mon or even get to go to Harvard, that expands on their knowledge. And it's just like a great experience overall. And yeah, thank you.
One 9th grader, please.
Hello, I am Sophia and I have done Model UN for 2 years now. This was my 1st year going to Harvard, and I just have to say I am very thankful for the opportunity to have gone to Harvard. It is amazing to be able to go somewhere and meet people that you would never have met just walking down the side of the road. As a previous delegate has stated, we do live in a small area, and it is a whole lot different than going down the street and talking to somebody who might just see the world the same way as you do. But as we go to Harvard, as you go to other conferences, and as you research and develop these skills when it comes to researching, public speaking, and debating, you learn how the world really turns. You learn that there is not one wrong and there's not one right. And I think that the chances that we are given through Model UN, whether it be just to go up and speak or to go and foster connections with others, is really valuable. And I would like to say thank you for you all for fostering those opportunities.
So just last few comments, if we look at the images up there, the one to the left, that's our entire group that attended North Country Model UN. Not only do we have the group behind me here, we have, other delegates. We brought about 30, including some others in this room, Sadie and Olive, I believe. And then to the right is just, I always try to express to the kids that, the most important thing in terms of Model UN is skills for life. But certainly if you look at the accomplishments there, the awards, I mean, we have best delegates standing behind me. We've got outstanding delegates, and they're going up against all schools in the region. And that's a testament not only to them, but to you all here tonight. Okay, so I thank all of you for your time and effort and service to the district. So thank you.
Sharing your wonderful experiences and your personal accounts of how the Model UN has helped you. It just fills my heart with pride, and I'm sure the other board members feel the same, to hear the wonderful experiences that you've had and how it has helped you with all these life skills. And thank you, Mr. Castine, for being a very dedicated advisor, and all of the people who helped prepare the students. I know there are others in the background, other faculty members and staff members that have been a part of that as well.
Well, thank you for saying that, Mrs. Super. And if I may add to that, I mean, big part of Model UN is writing. And, I have some great colleagues behind me here, especially, in the ELA department, who contribute greatly to that cause. So thank you to them as well. And all my fellow colleagues who support the process, because really Model UN is a true reflection of a kid's whole. Okay. So thank you for mentioning that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, I believe that this helps prepare the students in so many ways through their participation. They're learning many critical skills involving their public speaking, as you said, their writing skills, negotiation, leadership, global awareness. So it's just an incredible experience for all of them. And we're all very, very proud of you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sadie, did you have anything you wanted to add?
I think they covered it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, moving right along, the capital project update, number 7. Dr. Meyer, we're all very eager to know. Do you have any news from State Ed?
So similarly to how I've reported the last couple of months, we continue to go back and forth with State Ed. If you would have asked me at 3 o'clock today, I would have said that I think they have everything they need, and I received an email around 5:30 with some additional questions from them. So we continue to go back and forth. What we are waiting for from them is the MCA, the maximum cost allowance. What everyone wants to know is, what is this going to cost us, right? So that's what we're waiting for from them. We do have the, as I mentioned last month, the EPC, the energy performance contract, that is ready to go. That has already been approved by the board. However, if the EPC is approved by the public, we get an additional 10% of state aid on that. So we are hoping to do that with an upcoming vote. We're hoping to have the capital project vote in May. I am going to make this statement as we sit here in March without numbers from State Ed. I don't see that happening. Do you thoughts on that?
If it does, I will not be sleeping between now and then.
Yeah.
There's no way.
We don't hope that for you.
But a couple things I did want to circle back to, talking about what was recommended by the facilities committee. In conversation, there was some concern that what was being proposed was not what was recommended by the facilities committee, and that is simply false. So we're going to go through the recommendations. First recommendations, these are copy and pasted from the board presentation last April, right here in this auditorium. So there were a few recommendations, and again, we'll go through all of them. The first one, committee recommends that Thrall Dam site should not be considered, right? I think we're there, we understand that, and we are not proposing the use of Thrall Dam, so mission accomplished. This one, I'm not going to read through this one, but like I said, it is on the website from the April board meeting, and it will be up again, so you can read through all this, but committee recommends new construction and renovations at the Mountain View campus to accommodate the pre-K through 12 academic program, consisting of the 17 rooms pre-K through 5 and 3 special education rooms. So that includes, as far as the repairs go, some foundation work. You see a lot of flooring work in here, some heating controls, HVAC, some kitchen work, the cafeteria, the Ansel fire suppression system, some upgrades in the chemistry lab, electrical updates, so those kinds of things.
And a lot of those were to deal with the building condition survey results.
100%, yes. Building condition survey, inspections, those kinds of things. Yes. The third recommendation, the committee recommends Lakeview campus not be used for a transportation facility or athletic fields. Look, repurposing the site was cost prohibitive. It really just so happens that where this building physically sits on the property is pretty much central, which, if it was to one side or the other, we'd have more options, but we don't. Once we kind of have a plan as to what we're doing, then we can engage the municipalities in how to best repurpose this site for the surrounding community. Fourth, committee recommends further collaboration and partnership with Camp Dudley as the recommended location for athletic fields. Camp Dudley has been a great partner and continues to do so. Again, we're sort of waiting to see what happens with the capital project to determine what a formalized collaboration would look like with Camp Dudley. That is certainly still on the table. And assess opportunities for improvements or expansion of the Camp Dudley site and how we can do that as partners. Fifth recommendation, the committee recommends continuing to evaluate suitable properties for the construction of a new transportation facility, which certainly is a topic of conversation for us. And of course, location and costs are considered there. Further recommendations, so after extensive review of the potential financial implications that construction and renovation will have on the school community, the community recommends that all construction and renovations at the Mountain View campus consider the maximum cost allowance to maximize aidable expenses. That's the number that I'm talking about that we're waiting to hear from state ed. It's very difficult for us to have further conversations with the community until we know what that number is. The last picture that was shown, and I thought I put it in here, but I would have said it was between this slide and this slide, so it's not there. But the last picture that was shown at the facilities committee, but not shown at the board meeting, it was just at the facilities committee. If you remember, the addition was not an L shape. It was basically one long building with one long hallway connecting to the gym. So it was really just talked about number of classrooms and approximate square footage. So this was what the architects came up with to deal with some of the comments from that last facilities committee meeting, was to make this sort of L shape. There was also a concern about where exactly the septic tank was, and if this could happen this way. And so of course now, after doing that work, it can happen, it can look like this. So that was resolved. So anyone who is saying that what we're talking about is not what was recommended by the facilities committee, that is simply false.
I think what some people were referring to was the difference in the architectural design. And
yeah, again, there was no design that was shared with the board. It was there was no pictures that were shared with the board. Again, you can check that April presentation. It was number of classroom square footage and the recommendations as represented this evening.
okay, thank you for clarifying that.
Dr. Myers, and maybe it doesn't have to be you to answer. I just can't remember. When did we submit the plans to state ed for for them to determine the maximum cost allowance? It feels like it's been months, right?
Yeah, that's a
June,
good
wasn't it?
question.
June.
Because we voted on it in April,
Yeah,
and I think the plan, what was down on paper is you were gonna submit it in June.
yeah, I bet, I would say around, I mean, I can get you an exact date of when
Okay,
it
it sounds
was.
like Paige said, I think it was before
we came on
on the board,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
been a significant amount of time. Like this is it's unbelievable. I'm really struggling with this. Like I feel we need to have a set weekly, 30-minute, 1-hour meeting, whatever it takes with the decision makers at state ed to understand what do you need today to make a
We
determination.
want to give you all of the information as quickly as possible.
Right. With BCA, them, all the key players. We're squandering a huge opportunity.
Maybe the facilities committee should reconvene and discuss it through them, through the committee. Yes or no?
I don't know.
Well,
that's
let me,
BCA and
yeah,
Dr. Meyer.
I wasn't.
let me see if we can get a meeting with state ed. And
It's a good idea.
see what
It seems like it has to be on someone's desk, right?
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
The amount
someone
of
responsible.
communication, you'd think that.
Whether they're
It should-
making the
it should be
decision or
there.
they need to gather other information, whatever the case is, they may have a staff that they're depending on, but someone is responsible for getting an answer to the school district from state ed.
Maybe a little pressure might
okay,
hasten things.
Or our legislators, if we need to
Right.
get them involved.
Absolutely. Okay, anything else, Dr. Meyer?
Nope.
Okay, thank you very much for the update. Number 8, board discussion. Old business, the tax exemption proposals. Now, last month, Mr. Reedy informed us of the various tax exemptions that were available, and we need to decide which ones, I believe, one or ones that we will propose to the taxpayers of our district. Now, Mr. Fenton, would you like to start the discussion since you were the one that brought this to our attention initially?
I can start, yes, thank you. You have access to the assessor's office, is that correct? So you would know basically how much who's getting discounts now, or, veteran benefits?
That is not a simple yes or no. It would depend on the exemption, because if that exemption does not exist anywhere else in this school district, they won't have that data. Exemptions, when they are passed by a taxing entity, then an application becomes available to those property owners to apply for that exemption. So if that veteran's exemption does not exist specifically in this district, there's no data for them to have.
Are you talking about other exceptions?
Yeah, other exceptions, who's in any of the other districts.
So if they were in other districts, though, those people do not live within our tax base.
Okay.
So that would be the problem, is if Willsboro, which is in Essex County, had that veterans exemption, which they do, I could get the data for the people that live within the Willsboro district, but they may not have it for Boquet Valley because we don't have that exemption, so no one applied for it.
I'm wondering do you mean like if the town tax has a veteran's exception?
That I could
Other
ask about.
exemptions. yeah.
Right, other
Other,
taxes that are in like Elizabethtown or Lewis or Westport,
Like what,
Yes,
county.
what's their percentage of?
I could
Whatever.
ask the assessor. I can't guarantee, I do not know, the privacy laws or anything around that stuff, so I'm not positive.
well, we
whether
don't need
that's
names,
something I
we
just asked
just
for.
need
A percentage.
It should
Yeah,
be, you
I
should be
would
allowed,
think it would be
they should be allowed
allowable,
to.
but I don't want to say yes and then come back to you in a month and say no. So I can absolutely make a call in the morning to the assessor's office.
So we just got the Cold War exemptions, and this wartime veterans also needed for exemption. Exemption structures adopted locally. The example consists of a base wartime exemption of 15% of access value, a combat zone, an additional 10%. And I think my question is in disability is 50%. But I'm just wondering if if you could find out what the average is in the other districts. I mean, if that.
I could look,
that
so I
makes
do have
sense.
access to Willsboro, and I know they have just the base veterans exemption. So I can find out exactly what the impact is on their tax base, that we have very similar, tax levies,
Demographics.
so that could be a comparable.
Maybe this is something to start.
I can definitely look at that. I will send it over to, Bridget and
Okay.
have her get that out to all of you.
Did you say, do we need to decide tonight?
No, we do not need to make a decision tonight. The sooner we make a decision, the better, because I will calculate, our tax rate, August 1st. So we would just need enough time to publicize that this is an exemption that's available and allow people time to apply for that, because what we don't want to run into is allowing that exemption and people applying for it after August when the tax rate has already been calculated. Because then what we'll see is we will not be able to collect our full tax levy.
Right.
What's your deadline for the board, for us?
If I can get this information tomorrow or early next week, I think we should make a decision at the April board meeting.
Or it could be brought up at the budget meeting also, right? That would be something to.
So
That
Yeah,
goes on the budget.
if we're planning to put this on the ballot as proposition, then we'll have to decide at the next budget meeting, when we adopt those.
Okay.
The legal notice will go out March 31st, so
But we
from the
also
26th to,
this exemption, this veterans exemption does not have to be voted on by the public. You have to hold a
We
public
made the
hearing, but
decision.
you guys
We
made the
want it to
decision.
be-
So if you wanted it on the ballot, then we would have to do it.
You said
At
we
the
wanted to be on the ballot, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
And I hope that's enough. That's all I have.
thank you, Mr. Anyone else?
So we have to
any?
make a decision at the budget meeting.
We'll make the decision.
2 weeks.
I will make that call
Okay,
in the
so
morning.
you'll get that information
I'll call them in the morning.
to Josh and,
I assume the assessors are working,
So,
because I think everyone should be getting their
Elizabeth-
assessment soon.
Elizabethtown and Lewis have the same assessor. He should be in the office in Elizabethtown tomorrow.
Okay,
I don't know when Westport's is in the office, but it's a different person.
yeah, okay.
okay. Anyone else have any questions or comments? Okay, we'll move on to new business committee updates. A, joint study. Mr. Broderick, would you like to provide us with an
We
update?
met this afternoon, and the topic that we spent the most time on was attendance, student attendance, and sort of the carrot and stick approach, what we could do to award good behavior in coming to school, and what we do to try to facilitate a better attendance records. We see that some numbers are improving, but some numbers are staying the same. So it's an ongoing process. Thank you.
I think in some districts, don't they reach out to businesses in the community and ask?
We talked about that, the
Oh.
possibility of getting speakers in and stuff like that. There were several suggestions,
Yeah,
and
good,
there are suggestions at this point.
Good, good.
But we did talk about that.
Are
okay.
you talking elementary?
We're talking both.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
All
Did
right.
I leave anything out?
Anyone else have any? Sadie, do you have any thought on that? What would be a good incentive?
I don't
for-
know, I think it's difficult because attendance is a big issue and there's different reasons why people are absent. But, I mean, I think anything that you try,
For an incentive?
yeah.
Okay.
It is certainly a process. It's a long, I've been retired 18 years, and 18 years ago it was a problem.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Broderick. Youth Commission update. Paige, would you like to give us an update?
We're in the process of buttoning up permits for summer program. Baseball's about to start. Basketball, I believe, is actually over now. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Anyone else have any comments? Okay, moving on to Policy Committee. I don't believe you've met since last month, but can you give us a date for the next scheduled meeting? Anybody have a date?
I don't have it.
Don't have it.
I'll put it in the update.
Update, okay. All right, the next one is the CVES Board nominations. Dr. Meyer, would you like to explain what this entails before we go into it?
Yes, so the CVES, so our BOCES, they have their own Board of Education. I believe they have 16 members on that board. And every component district could have a member on that board if they wanted to. Most years we've had one. I believe there have been a couple of years where we haven't. Most recently, currently is Dina Garvey, who did serve that role when she was on our board as well. Prior to Dina, I believe it was Mr. Spilling, I think was right before. Yeah, and so he was never on the Boquet Valley board. He was an Elizabethtown Lewis board member prior to the merge. And then he was on the BOCES board for a while there. A lot of districts do it a lot of different ways. Some have their current members, board members for their district, serve on the BOCES board. Others nominate community members. It's really how the board wants to do it. As far as commitment, what that generally looks like, they also have monthly meetings, similarly to what we have. They're typically on Wednesday nights. And as far as I know, it's the same week as our meeting. So I know they just met last night, and like I said, I believe it's the second Wednesday of the month. They alternate between Mineville and Plattsburgh, for each of those campuses each month. Probably, and anyone have questions, I probably could answer more questions, but
Any questions?
I don't know what else you want to know.
Okay, well, we're going to open it up and see if we have any nominations for a position on the CVES board as a representative from Boquet Valley. Do I have any nominations? And I personally would like to nominate Jason Welch as a board representative. Okay, thank you, Deb. Anyone else? Any nominations?
Are you interested in that? I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but like if.
I'm honored. I appreciate it. I think I can commit to that.
Okay.
I have spoken to him. I did.
She threw him under the bus.
I thought about it, but
You're still thinking about it.
Dr. Meyer gave me one extra piece of information just now. But I think everything else I looked into, and
All right. Any other nominations? Anyone else?
but I would support
interested?
someone else too. if
Anyone else
is
interested?
I do.
Okay. If nominations are closed, we'll take a vote. All in favor of Jason being our representative on the CVES board?
Wait, can I, so, is that how we do that? Like they,
She said that we were voting tonight.
okay, but
Yeah.
then they still need to be approved by.
Yes,
Okay.
so we nominate tonight, and we're just motioning for that, and then on April
Yeah, it's like a special
28th,
vote or
we'll have to do
something.
the special meeting, and then vote on the budget as well.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm
this
sorry.
is just a nomination.
Yeah, so this gets you on the ballot
ballot.
to be voted by all the component districts.
I guess before we go further, did anybody from the community ask if they could do it?
I assume that's why they're here tonight.
Look at him lining up.
Um,
Wow, raise your hand. everybody.
The one with the green jacket.
So.
Just
Yeah,
checking.
as far as I can remember, I don't believe that there's ever been contested seats on the BOCES board. So when,
We can also nominate more than, we could nominate more than one
Right.
person, but
We don't have any.
oh, and try to take over.
Yeah.
Go
No, we're good.
if my math is right, we just need 9.
All right, all in favor of having Jason be our nominee, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions?
I abstain.
You're abstaining. Okay, motion passes.
Please, it is.
Jason Welch is our nominated person for to represent Boquet Valley. Congratulations, Jason.
Thank you.
All right. Moving right along here. Number 9, public comment. Our agenda offers 2 public comment sessions. Opinions, ideas, and concerns that are offered by the public will be considered and taken under advisement. We have set aside 15-minute period, giving the audience time to share their thoughts with us. Please raise your hand to be acknowledged by the board president. When called upon, please identify yourself and give your address, limiting your comments to 3 minutes. Do we have anyone who would like to? Yes, Mr. Kingsack?
Do I need to come up there? Is that-
Yes, please, if you could, because it's easier for us to hear.
Josh Kingsack, Westport. Thank you all for being here. I wanted to thank the Lakeview campus for yet another amazing book fair. My 2 daughters have been coming home. I don't know how many times they get to shop throughout the week, but the books are piling up, and I just feel like it's such a amazing. And I know it's just not my kids, but the push to get kids reading books. So this is really cool to see, and the result I see at home. So I just wanted to thank you and whoever else is involved with that for putting that on and getting our kids to read.
Thank you very much.
Can I add something to what
Sure.
Josh, you're talking about, the opportunity to read? I love the fact that when they get the Griffin Grams, they can read to kindergarten class. My 2 grandchildren took advantage of that, and to me, that's probably the best prize they could have won.
Book fairs are always a hit with kids. I remember from my teaching days, they always look forward to it. So thank you, and thank you, Mr. Kyler, for having it available for our children. Okay, moving on to, another comment? Yes, please. Oh,
I'm gonna.
I think Mrs.
Justice,
Broderick
no,
was
you're fine.
first.
I'm just gonna speak from here and say, as a member of Facilities Committee, I would be glad to help any way that I can to get state ed moving. I don't know that reconvening the committee, I don't know what effect that will have, as we have no power with state ed, but if there's anything I can do, and I'm sure the rest of the committee members feel the same, please call on us.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, now, Mr. Castine?
I figured while I'm here, right? Inspired from my Model UN delegates.
And we're so thankful for that.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Frederick. I've been in the same building, the same room for 21 years, and at a time with limited resources, right, limited manpower. I'm amazed how we keep our buildings, looking good and safe for our kids. And, so I just wanted to give a thank you to the facilities crew, Mr. Rice, all the way down to the custodians for the good work they do with the limited resources we have. So thank you to them.
Thank you.
Mr. Castine,
Mr.
I
Castine?
would like to thank you again for the time. I know you have spent a long time doing this.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I
How many-
appreciate it.
that
I
was
mean,
my
it's an honor,
question.
really. I
Right,
mean,
and it-
like I said, been in the building for 21 years, been,
And it was
doing-
going on before you came and you took it over.
Yes, and
Thank you very much.
it's been my greatest fulfillment. We do what we do in the classroom, as you know. But Model UN for me has been, so fulfilling, and, to see the crew we had here tonight just means a lot. So thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Yes,
Pedro.
thank you. Okay. Excuse me, anyone else? Yes. I didn't see her.
Hi, Sarah Kingsack, Westport. I just wanted to continue the thank you train rolling. Thank you, Mr. Castine, for everything he does. He works so hard. I see him stressing about Model UN all the time. And he does a fabulous job. Also, just to piggyback on the custodian training, my kids recently have been saying that the bus, I don't know how this started, but there's an additional bus aide to help with some behaviors. And my kids have both said really good things about that new initiative. And recently there have been some neurovirus outbreaks that have also happened on the bus. And I might know some children involved that. And I just want to say we have the most amazing custodial staff. They not only clean up all of the neurovirus lovelies, but they they made my kids, who were some of the ones on the bus getting sick, feel they weren't embarrassed at all. They were just super supported emotionally. And I just want to say our staff is amazing for all those reasons. And lastly, we had a fabulous roller disco party in February. Thank you, Mr. Kyler, for DJing on a Friday night. And we had all these new skaters in elementary, and thank you to the PE teachers who have all this gear for us. They had all these rollerblades that we were able to borrow. The GGA helped organize this, and the kids had so much fun. We had an amazing turnout, and there were so many first-time skaters there, and they just all had a blast. We all had a blast. So thank you for everyone doing really positive, awesome things.
Great. Thank you very much. Anyone else? Anyone? Oh, yes, go ahead.
Hey everyone, Megan Ostrowski, 27 Moss Road, Lewis, New York. So about positive, I have a few things, but then I also have stuff about NICEAD. So, but I'll start with positive. So our kids being able to take a book home, like as a kid, you know, there were many of us who, you know, couldn't buy books at the exciting book fair. So that initiative is incredibly beautiful. And it makes so many, my kids so happy. So I imagine it makes many other children very happy as well. I couldn't be more appreciative for that. Secondly, I had the opportunity to come and see my kids tell me that it's weekly, but I've heard that it's monthly. I was sitting over here and I saw the absolute best, oh my God, what is it called? My brain is dying right now.
PBIS assembly.
The assembly, thank you, sorry, work brain. But so the absolute best assembly I've ever seen in my life. If anyone remembers like Spirit Week as a kid, like that's what it felt like. It was absolutely amazing. There were like bobsledding going on. We had a great presentation from our forest rangers. That we got to see all the student of the month. It was just beautiful and magical. And there's a little ice, instead of ice skating, because we couldn't do that, it was rollerblading, competition with the teachers. It was just absolutely magical. And then in terms of NICEAD, so I totally hear you, and it is incredibly frustrating the length that you are waiting on a decision. I will say I know zero about NICEAD with elementary and, you know, grade school. However, I was one of 4 people to launch a nursing program with NICEAD, and I started in April. We submitted the huge application, and we hounded them. February, when COVID broke out, February, when we first had those people in New Rochelle break out with COVID, we still didn't have a cohort. So April 2019, February 2020, that's where COVID actually started to hit. And then we didn't have our first cohort until, yeah, like it was either spring or summer. Those years, I like totally forgot about them, but we had to hound them. We had to go up to NICEAD. We had to meet with them numerous times. They sent us like a whole list of corrections, except our corrections it wasn't a lot of back and forth. We had like a huge Excel sheet of everything they asked us to change and everything that we changed, and then we sent it back. And then we had to go meet with them a bunch of times in Albany, which I know Dr. Meyer and others have gone as well. I'm just saying that timeline is incredibly frustrating, but it's incredibly normal. But definitely stay on them, and I'm just here to say that I hear you, and it sucks, but stay on them and good luck.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone else? Going once, going twice? Okay, well, we'll move right on along then. Number 10, executive session. Specifically, the board anticipates entering into executive session for the following reasons. Number 6, to discuss the medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or persons. Number 8, to discuss the proposed acquisition, sale, or lease of real property, or the proposed acquisition, sale, or exchange of securities, but only when publicity would substantially affect the value of these things. Do I have a motion to enter into executive session to discuss items 10A and B?
I'll motion.
Second.
Thank you, Paige. Second. Thank you, Tom. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. We anticipate being back in approximately, we're going to try to stick to an hour?
Yeah.
No more than an hour? Okay, do I have a motion to reconvene into regular session?
I'll motion.
Thank you, Paige. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Deb. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion passes to reconvene into regular session. Number 11, ex officio student school board member report. As always, it's our pleasure to have Sadie Burgess here, our school student representative, provide us with a report on behalf of the student body. So Sadie, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. It's a little bit longer today because a lot happened this month.
Okay, great.
So to start, we have our green team has started a new recycling initiative where we have 2 recycling bins in the high school, in the middle school, and in the cafeteria.
Could I just interrupt? Can you pull that down a little bit so we can hear you a little better?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is it better?
Yes.
And they have would you rather questions. Every week we change them out and then kids put a bottle in the bin that they agree with. And I think we're recycling it so much more now. And it's incredible that that has helped bring recycling to our school.
Good.
And then I assume most people saw, but we have a lot of sports all-stars. I think it's 4 girls, 3 boys, and then both boys and girls got team sportsmanship for our teams. So that's incredible.
That was awesome.
And then an NHS senior decided for his NHS project to paint the boys' bathroom and sort of fix it up, which was incredible. They painted a mountain scene, and a bunch of NHS and non-NHS students helped create it. I think there were about 20 who helped. And the most exciting thing I've heard from the boys is that they got a mirror. And they haven't had a mirror for a very long time, so they're very excited. And then just upcoming things, we have the craft sale, which is this Saturday from 10 to 2 at Mountain View. And then, of course, the rummage sale, which is the 26th, 27th, and 28th. And this is like the biggest fundraiser for the juniors and seniors, so we appreciate any support. And then it's not up there, but I know I've talked about flag football before. And we have some new updates, and I'm not doing it, but Grace wanted to talk a little bit about.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Grace Coleman. I was one of the people who helped me and some girls. We asked about having flag football this year instead of softball, and we had a lot of meetings, and I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who helped get this started and bring all the planning in. It really wouldn't have happened without you, and we are so grateful that we got our own team. All the girls are really so excited, and we've already had a few throw-arounds. We're excited to start practices and have a new coach. So I just wanted to say thank you, and we're all very excited.
Great, thank you. Thank you. Well, how do you feel about it being the Boquet Valley's team now instead of teaming up with Keene? Are you happy about that?
Yes, all the girls are really excited. We don't have to commute, so we're all excited to have practice together, and everyone gets the opportunity to do it.
Good, good. Well, we're happy that it worked out.
Can I just real quickly just update? I believe the last time publicly we had a flag football conversation was to merge with Keene. Since then, Keene had enough, Boquet Valley had enough, so we decided to unmerge. And from a procedural standpoint, the board approved it. However, the section never actually acted on it, so we don't need to do anything really to do that. Yeah, to dissolve that, as they, from the section standpoint, they hadn't actually merged it because they had yet to meet. So that's where we are.
Okay.
Now you have to beat King.
Yeah.
All right.
Question, will they
Any-
use the softball uniforms? What are they gonna use for uniforms?
I think Grace was designing them and making them herself.
Oh.
Do you want me to come up?
Yeah, sure.
Most recently, I heard that our possible new coach, Ken Egglefield, would be willing to supply them. I know he's a coach at North Country, I believe, and so he'd get a lot more discounts on stuff like that. So he was willing to provide, and we were hoping to get them in time, but we weren't sure. We were looking at maybe using old jerseys just for the time being, or we all have like summer soccer jerseys. So that was our idea for that.
Great. Thank
Any
you.
other questions? Should I say
Anyone
that
else
first?
have any questions for Grace or for Sadie? No. Okay.
Have fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. It sounds great. We'll look forward to seeing you play. Thank you, Sadie, once again, for the effort you put into your presentation and gathering of the information. We admire your commitment to your role as a student member, board member, and we're delighted to hear all these opportunities that are being offered to our students. So thank you again. Okay. Approval of agenda and minutes, number 12. Approve the adoption of the agenda and the addendum, which is 16D, 4 and 5, and 16H, 1, and approve the minutes of the February 12th, 2025 regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion to approve items 12A and B?
Make a motion.
Thank you, Tom.
I'll
And
second.
Paige, thank you. Any discussion on these? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion 12A and B are approved, and that includes the addendum. All right, number 13, financials. Approve the following financial reports. Do I have a motion to approve item 13A, 1 through 5?
A motion?
Thank you, Deb. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Sarah. Any discussion of these items? All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion 13A, 1 through 5 has been approved. Okay, moving right along. Number 14, CSE, CPS, SE, and 504 recommendations. A, accept and approve the Committee on Preschool Special Education, Committee on Special Education, and Committee on 504 Plan recommendations as presented. Do I have a motion to accept the CSE, CPSE, and 504 recommendations presented in 14A?
A motion.
Thank you, Paige. Second?
Here.
Paul, thank you. Any discussion on these? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion 14A is approved. Number 15, action items, consent agenda. Do I have a motion to approve action items 15A through E?
I'll motion.
Thank you, Paige. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Deb. Is there any discussion on any of these items? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion to approve items 15A through E approved. Number 16, personnel consent agenda. Okay, let's see now. Do I have a motion to approve items in 16A through H1, including the amendum D, 4, and 5, and H1? Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Thank you, Tom.
I'll second.
Thank you, Jason, for the second. Any discussion on any of these items? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Items in 16A through H1 are accepted. Policy, we don't have any policy at this time, and we do not have a date at this time of the next policy meeting. Number 18, Administrator Director Report. Director of Facilities, Bob Rice. Mr. Rice, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Good evening. So I've gotten this broken down into basically Mountain View, Lakeview, and then district-wide updates. Feel free to interrupt me as we go through this. So we're consulting here at Mountain View, not here, I guess, there at Mountain View with PM Leary again regarding the cafeteria drain line. It's been a continued issue where it constantly plugs up. Right now, we're looking at using a jet pump with a hydraulic pressure to blow the old crud out of the line. Then we won't have to continually call on PM Leary and snake that drain.
Oh.
Because when it backs up, we get water in the cafeteria, and that's bad. Painting projects continue, including in the hallways and the bathrooms. Not the NHS bathroom. We pre-painted it so it looked good before you guys did the excellent work in there. Ice Time finished updating the compressors in the walk-in cooler. And as we discuss the possible project of updating a lot of things, we're looking at a minor capital project to fix the exterior roof on the bus garage and the dilapidated siding, to also fix the potholes and the cracks in the parking lot, resealing and restriping that blacktop. Upgrades in the kitchen, the hood, the Ansel system could also be part of that. Carpets for any more eligible classrooms will be part of that. Switching over to the Lakeview campus. The grinder pump in our septic system has malfunctioned again. It malfunctioned in December. PM Leary fixed it, but it's down again. Now we're down to one working pump instead of the two working pumps. And when I drafted this little piece of paper, I didn't have an estimate in the time that I left work today. And before I got here, we have an estimate. It's very expensive. We're gonna hopefully hold off until the next budget season. It's about $18,500. We're conducting in-house repairs with the playground stairs because they deteriorated over the winter with the salt, the freezing, the melting. The heat system repairs continue to be improved here at Lakeview by one Stacy Pulsiver. Roof drains were cleaned and opened by one Stacy Pulsiver. And we're starting to work on the flashing because we have continued leaks in the 2003 edition. As far as district-wide updates, preparations for spring sports are on the way. If you go down into the gymnasium, you'll notice there's the batting cage that's set up for baseball and softball. I have a meeting on Wednesday with Evan George and our new football coach over at Camp Dudley, so we can figure out exactly how we're going to set up the flag football field and make it perfect. So we have a award-winning team, provided that weather permits. And the Biddy Field out back, we're going to start working on that as soon as we get dry weather. We want to get out there, we just can't yet. We're working with CVES on new radios for our transportation. It's a new AT&T wireless system where it's handheld microphones that works on a cellular network. We're working out the kinks. We don't know if it's going to work yet or not, but we're trying. And we have another student application. I just got it on my desk this morning, who wants to become an employee for the district, which is really cool. I love it when you guys work for us. You still back there, Andrew? So, and as weather improves, we're gonna get our safety drills done. Mr. Kyler already has all of his scheduled, as long as it doesn't rain on the days that he has them scheduled. We've got requisitions in. We're looking at the vehicle updates. We've got the requisitions in as long as the voters approve. It's a van, a short bus, and a truck. And we're gonna put it out to the voters and hopefully it works. Questions? What am I forgetting? Anybody?
Anyone have any questions? Well, I just wanted to ask you, what was the fix of the heating system for Lakeview?
So if you look at the top of those things, that's a pneumatic thing. So some of the pneumatic systems do not work at all and you can't get the parts. So Mr. Pulsiver found some hand dials. So when the system's not running, we shut them off and then we actually just adjust them by hand. So it's not a computer driven, it's not a pneumatic driven, it's a old fashioned, you turn it and adjust the steam.
Wow. Wow. Thank you, Stacy.
So we've taken some rooms from 65 degrees and made them a comfortable 70. And we've taken some rooms from an uncomfortable 85 degrees and made them 78 degrees.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Where were you years ago?
Yeah.
He was in the bus garage.
Oh, Oh, goodness. Well, thankfully that got fixed and settled.
So when summertime comes and we have the heat system shut down, we can improve more of them.
Awesome.
Good, good.
Yeah, I did hear that there was a good change in the heat, that it was very
Yeah.
appreciative.
Yes, I have heard that, and people are very excited about it. That's wonderful. Anybody else have any questions for Mr. Rice? Okay, well, thank you very much, Mr. Rice, and thank you and your team for all that you do. To keep our facilities clean and safe. Okay, moving right along, superintendent's update, superintendent's report. Dr. Meyer, you are on.
Okay, so grants, I'm going to turn that over to Mr. Kyler because he is involved with that a little bit more than I am, and he's here, so.
Yeah, so we are waiting to hear back from the Adirondack Foundation for a $20,000 grant that we put in. The first round of acceptance letters will go out the first week of April, and we're hopeful that we will be awarded an amount. We'll be submitting amendments to our ESSA and UPK grants in the coming weeks. And the application window has opened for the extended school day. That's due April 17th. So we will be applying for that. That's the only update I have. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
In your packet, which you approved, was the academic calendar for the 26-27 school year. Just some highlights on that. First day for faculty and staff is August 26th, 27th. And the reason they want to come back those 2 days is they're sort of trading those days for 2 full weeks over the December, January break. So it'll be another 2 weeks off during that time period. So faculty and staff, 26-27, first day of students, September 2nd. Stagger the parent-teacher conferences again. And last day for students, June 24th. Last day for faculty and staff, June 25th. So that's what next year looks like, and then a whole bunch of school days in between. Code of conduct, the Mountain View campus for this current school year, right, there was some additional cell phone language in the honor pouches for this current school year. For next school year, both principals will assemble their committees to make their updates. Lakeview campus is not expecting any major changes, and Mountain View campus is not expecting any major changes, but they are expecting to address attendance in some capacity.
Are you still finding that to be very beneficial? The pouches for the cell phones?
Yeah. I mean, I do think the novelty has worn off a bit, but yes, I mean, we're getting a lot of students using the little phone booth. I would certainly, if any student wanted to speak to that.
The little phone booth?
Yeah, no, my kid calls me. I saw a line at the phone yesterday.
Right, a phone, is that what you would call it, a phone booth?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's a closet with a phone in it, but yes. Yes.
I just thought it
Yes.
was like a pretend.
No, it's really a phone.
No?
My kid does
Well,
not have a cell phone,
yeah,
and
I
that's
used to
how he
use that
calls
as
me.
a teacher, but I didn't know they
Yeah.
still had it. Do you remember that? No?
Does it take a quarter?
No, it's just a landline.
Nickel.
Yeah, no. Yes, they have to dial it. It's a real phone. Not a rotary, that would really screw me. You gotta be able to use that.
Oh, somebody had to put one.
Oh, my
Would any students like to weigh in on cell phones? Anyone want to talk about the pouches, cell phones in general?
I can do, I guess.
Andrew.
Do you want me to come down or do you want, I can project my voice as well.
If you
Okay,
can
so,
project.
the thing with the phone booth, I think originally that was like implemented like a student council kind of thing. Like we've noticed like in the past that students were worried about like the phone pouches and stuff, not gonna call their parents. So that was definitely one good thing that did happen, was having a little phone closet in the school. And if you go in there, it is a little cramped, but you get the job done that you need to get done. Especially if you're doing like fundraising stuff, you have to talk to like, you know, outside sources. It's really good to use. There's also like menus and stuff in there too. So if a student like on an NHS wanted to order food while they're in school, they can order it, they can go pick it up during lunch periods and stuff. And also other students can call their parents if needed to be, and it's more privacy. And yeah, I don't know if you want anything else, but.
Yeah, great, thank you.
Oh, that's great.
What what else? Oh, electric bus update. So I have reached out to NYSERDA to talk about a study. That's slow going. I don't know if anyone saw the news, but in Williston, so really right across the lake, they had 4 buses that, thank goodness, nobody was hurt. 4 buses that were victim to a fire. If you haven't seen the pictures, you should take a look. I mean, they are just fried. About $2 million in damage. So this is, I've been sort of phrasing it this way, that I am fully supportive of this electric bus initiative, but see no fathomable way to make this happen in the timeline the state has provided. I just don't see it. I am sure that that what just happened in Williston is going to, especially because of how close it is to New York State, it's going to affect some things over here. I think that I'm hopeful that can continue to get down the road. But I mean, the bottom line is we don't have the infrastructure. Our power companies don't have the infrastructure. Forget about the money for a second, but if we had all the money to do this, we don't have the space or the power for the buses. And then if you want to talk about money, the buses, as we have been talking about, are about twice the price of a normal bus. And without doing the study, we're speculating that we would need more. It's not a one-to-one comparison. We would need more than one-to-one what we currently have. So probably looking at closer to like 15 to 20 buses. Again, that is absolute speculation without doing the study. So just not seeing how it's going to work across the state. But hopefully the study will shed some light on that for us, and maybe there'll be a delay in the timeline. But until then, we'll keep doing what we need to do to try to meet the timeline.
Do you think we should consider, as a Board of Education, drawing up some kind of resolution or something and sending it to the governor and outlining all of the reasons, the rationale why this is not feasible?
So I would certainly say that you're more than welcome to do that. However, I can pick your favorite organization, NYSA, NISBA, NISCUS. They are all very involved, opposed to the timeline surrounding this initiative. So it's nothing. So again, write the letter if you'd like to do so. But I think they know. I think, again, speculating here, that they're trying to think of a graceful way to back out of this initiative that they were so so excited about.
Well, I'm just wondering if the more they hear.
Sure. Yeah.
Dr. Meyer, I think, are you also, you're a member of a number of associations, I think.
Yeah.
Like one of them is superintendents in our area, and
Yeah.
I assume, and I think you're kind of lockstep with other superintendents on.
Yeah. We have a political legislative group, and that's one of the issues that we bring up. Matt Simpson and Dan Steck are our people, and Michael Cashman is north of us, but we have expressed that to them.
But our district is in the same, we're in the same position as the other districts as far as how we're reacting to the requirement right now, I think, right?
Yeah, even Mariah is the closest district to us with an electric bus. My understanding is that even if they could afford to get another one, the power company doesn't have enough power to charge that second bus. So they need to alternate, plugging it in on an alternating schedule. But yes, we definitely bring this up any chance we get with those of us.
And that your agency is advocating?
Yep.
Good. All right, anyone else have any questions for Dr. Meyer? Is that it?
That's it, yep.
Okay.
I just think that the cell phone pouches should extend to elementary school. That's it.
I was here today and I had a teacher come down with a cell phone from a second grader. I was like,
But in fairness, that's the first cell
Yeah.
phone this year we've confiscated.
Good, but I just,
Yeah, so if it's
Yeah, no,
happening, we
like-
don't know about it.
yeah.
Yeah, might be something to consider in the future,
Can
right?
I, really quickly, in talking with other elementary principals, they found that when they have offered yonder pouches to elementary, it actually encourages students to bring cell phones to school, whereas having a zero tolerance, we don't have it, it's the opposite. So
Okay.
by having yonder pouches available, it's like, well, then I'll bring my phone to school, because I can put it in the pouch.
Okay.
So most schools are going away from that,
okay.
Makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I can look into it more. I'm happy
Yes,
to.
no. That's
Because they can say to their parents, well, there's a pouch, I can bring it because
Exactly.
there's a pouch.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, thank you, Dr. Meyer. Number 20, public comments. Our agenda offers 2 public comment sections. Opinions, ideas, and concerns that are offered by the public will be considered and taken under advisement. We have set aside a 15-minute period, giving the audience time to share their thoughts with us. Please raise your hand to be acknowledged by the board president. When called upon, please identify yourself and give your address, limiting your comments to 3 minutes, please. Do I have anyone who would like to speak? Yes, Andrew?
Andrew Denton Lewis. So I was a senior that initiated like the painting project in the bathroom. Something new this year was NHS is each student is supposed to do a 5-hour community service project. And I was like, well, the boys' bathroom, like in the past we would joke around, looked like World War II happened in there with, the wall being all different and stuff. But having the school, pre-painted for us definitely helped out. And then picking the mountain range in the bathroom, and especially having the mirror in the bathroom, I think that's all the boys in our school's biggest highlight the whole school year, nothing else. That's the only thing they ever cared about, because now they don't have to look in the paper towel dispenser in the reflection.
Do you have a picture?
Oh, the bathroom?
Yeah.
I do. Originally I sent them to Sadie, but she wasn't able to upload them to the slides and stuff. Give me a sec.
I was actually gonna ask for photos to be sent to Bridget later. But not for Sadie to take them.
Beautiful.
Yeah, let me find the best photo so you don't judge. Okay, here.
We're not one to judge.
That's all right.
So you can see it, you're very proud of it.
Oh, it looks great.
Yep, and then on the other side, which of course I showed you guys the urinal side, not the other side.
Oh, it's fantastic.
So there was 20 students. I think 10 of the students were NHS members, and the other 10 were seniors and juniors that wanted to come in and help out because they saw what we were doing. I think that was a good idea. So it's very encouraging more students and be active into the community. I do know there are a few more projects going on right now. Senior Emma Hans, she's doing a bottle drive. And all the money towards that bottle drive is going to go towards Easter baskets and Easter dinners for local families. And then I believe there's also going to be a volleyball tournament going on soon. I'm not sure what charity they're donating that to. And in the past, one other senior did a project where they did an indoor soccer tournament, and the money went towards a, I think it was some youth commission kind of thing. It wasn't a local youth commission, but it was some youth sport charity thing. So yeah, I think that's a really good new thing that NHS has been doing this year, and I really hope it goes on in the the
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Agreed. Wonderful. Thank you very much for
Thank
sharing
you.
that. Andrew.
Picture that,
That's awesome.
on the website, I'm sorry.
They're going to be spending a lot of time in the bathroom.
I need a bathroom.
Okay, anyone else like to comment? Anyone? Okay, we'll move right along then. Number 21, our next meeting. We will have a budget meeting on Thursday, March 26th at 6 p.m. at the Lakeview campus. And just for your information, our next regular board meeting will be on April 16th, 6 p.m. at the Mountain View campus. Number 22, executive session. We will be meeting in executive session to go over the superintendent's evaluation. So do I have a motion to enter into executive session?
I'll motion.
Thank you, Paul. And second?
I'll second.
Paige, thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes to enter into executive session. Okay. Thank you. Well, we will not be having any further action after executive session, so you're welcome to stay, but if not, you can go home and enjoy your evening. Thank you for coming, everyone.
Selfish. I'm not saying that. They're really good.
That's a good idea.
Sometimes I do my head.
So- Have a good evening. See you guys stay.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
You know, they're all in the